Hi guys, today we are driving through Ladysmith in South Africa. Ladysmith lies about 230 kilometers northwest of Durban and 365 kilometers southeast of Johannesburg. Ladysmith was founded in 1850 and named after the wife of Sir Henry Smith, who was the governor at the time. The population is estimated about 150,000 people, but I read different numbers on that, but I think after been here for a couple of days, that's like a fair amount of people. It seems like it's the right number. It's about 53% male and 47% female. The ethnicity here is about 85% black, 8% Asian, 4% white, well, it's 4.5% white, and 1.7% colored. The first language spoken here is by far it's Zulu or isiZulu. It's 86%. English is 7.4%, and Afrikaans is 2.2%. Okay, let's talk about religion. As we drove through the town the past days, I saw a lot of churches, all different kind of churches, and so, to no surprise, Christianity is the major religion here. About 84% identify as Christian here. Muslims are about like 2%, and Hinduism is a bit higher than in the rest of South Africa, just because in this town in Ladysmith there's like a significant community of Indians, so it's about like 15% of the town's population actually is Indian, so there's also a higher percentage of Hindu people, right? So I didn't find like a specific number on Hinduism here, but yeah, must be, or it is way higher than in the rest of South Africa, except of course of Durban. Let's talk about the economics of Ladysmith. As you see, we're driving through here. You can see some shops, some supermarkets, garages, car dealerships and everything, although we haven't arrived at the, let's say, downtown of Ladysmith. Although downtown is basically the one long road, one long street with a lot of shops and businesses, but you'll see that a bit later in this video. But yeah, Ladysmith's economy is supported by a variety of industries, making it like an important economic center in the Thukela region. Oh gosh, I don't get really used to those South African names here. Manufacturing has long been one of the town's main economic drivers, particularly in the textile, clothing, footwear, and leather sectors. There are some well-known companies in this area, like Dunlop, Leisure Tools, Canvas and Tent, and Defy Appliances. They're all providing like employment, and they contribute to the local economy. Ladysmith's location along the major national road and railroads also makes it a key logistics and trade hub as you've seen at the beginning of the video, it's right next to I think it's the N3. And yeah, this strategic position allows goods to move efficiently through the region, while the ongoing development plans for the Newcastle-Ladysmith corridor. Newcastle is a town that's like, I think, like 80 kilometers away. This is aimed to further boost the industrial growth through special economic zones focused on leather clothing and textile production. But that's not everything that's happening here. There's also like agriculture and mining that are playing an important role in the local economy. The surrounding area produces crops such as maize, soybeans, and wheat. But also livestock farming remains like a significant agricultural driver here. Coal mining in the region supports various industries by providing raw materials for production processes. In addition, Ladysmith serves as the administrative center of the Alfred Duma municipality, which has helped the town develop a strong retail and banking sector. There's like the shopping centers I was talking about, businesses and services that attract people from nearby towns and rural communities. I also found some informations that like tourism plays a factor, or is like a valuable contributor to the economy of Ladysmith, although I haven't seen like tourists, or at least I didn't like recognize them really, you know. But that's because I think of the town's history, especially the connection to the Anglo-Boer War here. So yeah, so I don't know, but maybe you can tell me in the comments if you ever heard about Ladysmith as a tourist town or anything like that. Yeah, but Ladysmith also has like some big problems, I think. It faces like some challenges like unemployment. That's, I think, like the major concern. I think the unemployment rate is at like 42% or something, and the unemployment rate among young people is 57%. That's crazy to me, to be honest. That's, yeah. I see, well, people would leave town. Oh, and here on the right, you can see there's like I think this was like, somebody told me that was supposed to be a stadium or something, but yeah, I don't know if you can really see it, but yeah, they didn't finish it. It was like a huge project, but yeah, never finished. They never finished this stadium, just a gymnasium in front of the planned stadium. And so yeah, as I was saying, I was talking about the unemployment rates, right? So it's limits basically the spending power of all the people there, and affects like the overall economy growth. And I think as a result of such high unemployment rates, people tend to rely on the informal economic sector, like street vending, like small scale trading, and craft production, like, right, to just make a living, right? But although this is like not really, let's say, it lacks stability, right? And just lacks the access to financial buying power. So yeah, but that's not the only problem. As I was talking to you guys about this stadium, and everything. So the town also experiences like some infrastructure related challenges. There have like the occasional disruption to water and electricity services. So load shedding is real. I don't know if you heard about load shedding, but that's when there's like for several hours per day there's no electricity. They usually switch it around the area, so there's like one section of the town or one section of the municipality which won't have electricity, and then then there's the other, and so everybody has to suffer a bit. But to be honest, I didn't experience it either in Johannesburg or in Durban or here in Ladysmith. So, but I heard it's a real thing. I think there was no load shedding, but when we tried to rent our car here in Ladysmith, there was just no internet. So it was a bit complicated to rent this car, and especially to pay for this car with our credit card. So yeah, there are those issues, but they still made it work. Road-wise, I heard there's like some potholes, especially on the way to the Drakensbergs, where we went, and yeah, there were huge potholes, so you have to drive like very carefully there, so you're not ruining the car, especially when it gets darker. And yeah, I was quite surprised by that, just because everybody goes to the Drakensbergs and wants to get to the nice hotels, and there's like a lot of money in the tourism industry there, but yeah, people can't really drive there in a safe way. So yeah, I was surprised by that they're not getting some money together and just fixing the roads up to the Drakensbergs. Okay, so now we arrived in downtown Ladysmith. So that's basically the main road of Ladysmith. There are like some hotels, there are like some nice hotels, some shops, garages, some banks. As you can see, it's much busier than the rest of the town. You have some older buildings there, like you can see on the right, and even quite some people on the streets walking around, getting their things done. As you can see as well, there's like some food shops, and then on the left there's like the town hall, the historic town hall. There's like some cannons even in front of it, as you can see, and basically on the other side of this block there's another busy road with a lot of shops, a lot of stuff going on. There's like schools, like the college or like university or something. Me personally, like I've just driven through here. Like you see on the left there was like the big shopping center for downtown. Like I didn't actually like even walk here or anything. It was just like not necessary, because where we stayed at there was like a nice little shopping center with the checkers. There was like a really nice little gym where I went to like 3 times or something. Had like new machines and everything, and like the owners were very helpful. They allowed me to train there for like 4 days, or like I could have gone for 5 days and it would have cost me like, I don't know, it was not a lot, it was like $8 or something for like this those 5 days. But yeah, I only went 3 times because we ended up spending some time in the Drakensbergs, where I will see, I think, even just like a little driving video up to the Drakensbergs. in the evening, yeah, you can see it's busy. Cars are going around. It's people walking around. Some shopping is going on. Yeah, as I was talking about the informal sector earlier, you will see a lot of people like trying to sell their fruits, like their avocados, their flip-flops, stuff like this. Some hats and things like this. Just to make a living, to get to the next day. And yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anybody buying those things, but I mean, there must be a reason why they're here, right? So people must buy stuff at one point. So yeah, there's also a little bit of traffic, as you can see, and on the left and right you always see some banks, and like I was talking about earlier, that there's like this banking sector kind of going on in Ladysmith, and yeah, shops, restaurants, stuff like this. Quite interesting, to be honest. Wasn't expecting that here. So yeah, you always see like people just crossing the street or try to cross the street, which is still manageable here, I think. Like, but you will also see this on the highways, right? People try to cross the highways. Cars are going 100 kilometers per hour or something, or faster, and they're still crossing. So kind of dangerous. Here you can still react, right? I mean, they just walk. You have to hit the brakes, but yeah, it is what it is. So that's, I guess, the South African way, and you have to adapt. Here you see some car dealerships. I think somewhere around here we rented the car. I can't actually remember. Maybe it was somewhere else. I don't know, but yeah, that was basically downtown. Yeah, if you turn to the left here, you also see there's also like a hospital. There's like a little area where there's like the hospital and some doctors and some buildings and stuff. So Ladysmith is also covered with this. And yeah, I think that's everything I can say about Ladysmith. Liked it, liked staying here. People were nice, people were friendly. So I recommend it, going there just to see it, check it out. There's some game drives nearby. It's a nice hub just to go to the Drakensberg, or just to make a little stop when you're going from Johannesburg to Durban or the other way around. So see you in my next video. Bye.